Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Just Chatting gaming news and trailers for February 16th. This month is absolutely flying by. First news story of the day, Netflix has announced that they are doing a BioShock movie. For anybody who likes that series. I've never played any of those games. I've always heard really good things, but I probably need to do that at some point down the road. Do like an entire series playthrough of BioShock, because there's 3 games, I think. But yeah, for anybody who's into that, yeah, BioShock movie coming out. And Netflix has been doing pretty good in the realm of video games. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have a story that the Witcher 3 game director has created their own studio called Rebel Wolves, and they've announced that their first game will be a AAA story-driven dark fantasy RPG built in the brand new Unreal 5. So, Witcher 3, one of the most awarded games of all time. I think it's currently in the number 2 spot, with Last of Us Part 2 in the number 1 spot, but a game or game series that is very highly regarded, and this guy was definitely responsible for some of that, now making their own studio. And you know what? Over about the last year, and this is something we've talked about before here on Gaming News and Trailer Time, as I move my camera over, there's been so many new studios and indie studios that have popped up over the last 12 to 16 months. You got a lot of like former BioWare people, like Casey Hudson making their own studio, a lot of ex-Blizzard folks, like Mike Morhaime making new studios. So over the next 5 years, it's going to be very interesting to see what a lot of these like gaming legends do with their new studios. So yeah, very, very cool. We'll keep an eye on Rebel Wolves and see what that dark fantasy RPG is all about. Next up, and this, I only bring up this story because I'm a big fan. Ubisoft is hiring for a new Might and Magic AAA game. I am a big fan of the Might and Magic series, the Heroes of Might and Magic series in particular. But yeah, a little bit of history. The Might and Magic series dates back to 1986 when the first title in the series, Might and Magic Book 1, The Secret of the Inner Sanctum, was released for the Apple II, Mac, and MS-DOS Commodore 64. Crazy stuff. So hopefully it'll be good. The last couple of games that they put out in the Might and Magic series in particular were okay at best. I still think the best one is Heroes of Might and Magic 4. Community-wise, most people say Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is the best one. But I would love to see a brand new installment of the Might and Magic series, or the Heroes of Might and Magic series, and make it really, really good, Ubisoft. Don't do bad. And then finally, the last news story. Yesterday, along with the SWTOR expansion release, Larian Studios with Baldurs Gate 3 had like an hour-long presentation doing a new update for Baldurs Gate 3. And as part of that, they're saying that most likely it will be slated for next year, not this year, which personally I am totally fine with. Again, there's a billion games coming out this year. The last thing we need is Baldur's Gate 3 to be into this mix of madness. So yeah, put it out next year when there's not as much craziness coming out, and hopefully Baldur's Gate 3 is just the most amazing RPG that's ever been done. We'll go ahead and move on to trailers. As I mentioned, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trailers. So Cyberpunk had a presentation yesterday talking about a bunch of the stuff that they are doing to that game. And as part of that, they released a 2-minute trailer. So let's take a look.
Night City? Man, I fucking love it.
Language.
I was born here, I live here, and downright refuse to die anywhere else. What the?
170 people were killed in a cyber psycho attack shots Wellsprings.
The biggest crisis on the NCP.
This is N54 News.
Listen, kid. If there's one thing I can tell you about this city, you either love it
I would like to go back and actually play this
or
game.
want to burn it. No middle ground. Coming here is a crash course in the survival of the fittest, the greediest, the most vile, and most corrupted gonks.
See this badge? That means I can do whatever the fuck I want.
But behind the blinding lights and all of the rot, you might just discover a beauty that can only be found here. Night City is full of love, friendships, and family ties that run deeper than any cyberware eddies can buy.
Zapper dumples and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes.
All right, Keanu Reeves. That guy has lightsaber arms.
City of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate. I might just think I'm new brave. Sipping them in with a gang. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, 70 grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of gang, 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 gang. City of dreams, live in your grave. You live in your grave. City of dreams, city of.
It's the city's promise. Not everyone's buying it. But if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
Okay, I was kind of hoping that that trailer was going to actually explain some of the stuff that they're adding, but... So, Mikey in chat was saying, did they ever fix it? They have done a few patches since launch, but overall the community has not been super happy. So, they did a 30-minute presentation yesterday talking about a bunch of fixes, and I was hoping that this trailer was going to talk about that, but I guess this was more of a here's the game kind of trailer. But I know on YouTube there's like a 30-minute presentation of them talking about all the changes. Maybe we'll watch that on Saturday or something. But I know that patch went live. It was either yesterday or today. And I don't really know what the reception is on it. I guess we'll have to wait a few days and see what they're saying. But I have a feeling like it's probably not enough because that game's got problems, and I don't think you can fix it in one patch. All right, next up, we have a trailer for... I want to say we saw this game during one of the E3 presentations. I don't really remember too much about it. I think it's called Battoria Lost Heaven. So let's take a look.
Peggy 12.
So, my dear Avril, where do I start? After a mysterious catastrophe, half of the Earth was destroyed.
Well, that's not good.
Now you are on Grisha. Your goal is to absorb its core and defeat an ancient guardian.
So that's the fate of a chosen one? Suddenly, I learned to travel across galaxies and face hordes of monsters. But I'm still not able to make the right choice.
Whoa. By the way, that line right there, I'm playing and I'm never able to make the right choice. That's what happens when anybody plays SWTOR and you're trying to do a dark side character on the light side.
An eye for an eye.
What are you, a celestial?
How could I claim to save Earth if I can't even save the one beside me?
Don't hug the blob, man.
We shall stand, united as one. I'll conquer all my fears and protect the Earth forever. Finally, I'll have my revenge.
See, that looks good, but I feel like I want to know more about it. So there's a demo on Steam. Interesting. Wait, there's more. Stop. Gotta fight a pterodactyl, weird thing. All right, next up, we have us a trailer for Balla Boy's favorite game. Whenever Balla Boy comes into chat, just talking about this game all the time, he just loves it. Plays it nonstop when he's not playing SWTOR or Cyberpunk. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous, frankly. I'm a little bit tired of Balla Boy talking about this. I know you love it, but listen, it just you gotta chill, all right? Okay. Well, watch your trailer. One time.
I then found myself reborn as Guji Yai.
Sounds right.
Leading shrine maidens in sacred matters. Sipping tea and kneeling in solemn meditation.
Man, that's what I did this morning.
And making appearances to listen to shrine visitors.
Enough. Oh, this won't do. We're making a light novel here, not a dry documentary.
Huh?
And honestly, do you really think I lead such a boring existence? Hmm?
No, not at all, Lady Guji.
That's chief editor to you.
Yes, chief editor.
A light novel begins with pure imagination.
Good advice.
For example, I must say, this is quite the cunning trap.
I bait you guys every time I show trailers for this game. It's hilarious. Because the way they do the trailers for this game, you never actually know what it is until they show the title of it.
But have I walked into your trap, or have you walked into mine?
Yeah, chat.
Always watching.
I admit defeat. Just do it. Exorcise me.
Exorcise the demons?
Exorcise you? But I thought you weren't ready to return to the cycle. So first, let me show you what a cruel world this can be.
Whoa.
No.
It's so graphic.
You took a nasty
Never
fool.
really do something like that, would you?
Splendid. When the reader starts asking that question, you know you've written a good one.
She's not wrong. Not wrong. There you go, Balla Boy. There's your trailer. You only get one. Does it actually look like that in game? I have not played it. And every time we see a trailer like that, I feel like I should give it a try. But the fact that it's a gacha game, I know that always throws a lot of people off. Snake says mostly. I mean, it's yeah. Next up, we have the launch trailer, the big launch trailer, as we go from one MMO to another. The launch trailer for this MMO. Or expansion, I should say.
chased you for a long time.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. She infiltrated the Vanguard, weakening us from within.
She's holding a baby
Stealing
dinosaur.
Our most sacred resource. The light.
How do we stop this?
We don't. That looks like a Trade Federation droid control ship.
Welcome back, oh honored guest.
It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here.
If I had the time, this is another game I'd love to get into.
The game is yours to play now.
Make me a hunter. The big time sink.
I didn't warn you.
Yeah, the Destiny crew 222. So that's when's the 22nd? That's here in a couple days. But yeah, I don't know why they decided to remove and recycle content in that game. That's very strange. Very strange. Okay, next up we have a trailer for a game. I believe we first saw this game at the Game Awards in December, and it was a pretty good shock that they were making this. So this is the first gameplay trailer. Let's take a look.
This is Arrakis, a world of sand and death, brimming with terrible dangers, only matched by the resources and secrets it holds. Of these resources, none is more precious and coveted than the spice. But whatever you hope you'll find here, you cannot be prepared for what's waiting for you. First, you'll need to survive. Then, try to understand the land. Rally
Understand
local
the sand.
villages or force them into submission. Use them as outposts to develop your infrastructure. And set up the vital spice harvesting process. Then build a solid foothold to start your conquest.
I'm totally down
You
for
will
this.
have to
This looks
fight
great.
to defend what you have.
I love me a good
and
RTS.
take what you need. Or rely on your cunning to achieve your goals through the arts of subterfuge, politics, or diplomacy.
Arrakis is mine.
But no matter who you conquer, manipulate, or destroy,
Uh-oh. It's one of them sandworm
you
things.
will never truly control
Dune, the Spice Wars. Also, I feel like I should roll the clip of
As long as the spice keeps running, everyone will be left alone.
sounds about right. All right, kill that. All right, next up, we have 3 trailers left. Next up, 2 Point Campus is coming out here pretty soon. And so we have the archaeology trailer for 2 Point Campus. Not entirely sure what that means. Let's take a look.
There's an entire world waiting for you beneath your feet. A world full of mud, mole people, and misplaced marbles. Meet archaeology, the course that says, hey, people of the past, you won't be needing these anymore, will you? Ah, yes. Take a deep dive into Mother Nature's very own Lost and Found. What will you find? A lost civilization, perhaps? Or some kind of wooden coin? Maybe you'll even find yourself. Remember, the early worm gets the antique porcelain bird. So, archaeology, can you
May
dig
17th.
it?
Did they push the date back on that? I don't know. For those who don't know, the first game that these guys did was really, really good. 2 Point Hospital. So, gonna be very interested to try out 2 Point Campus. Second to last trailer is another. Like, this came out today, and I'm just like, holy crap, are you serious? They have yet another update for No Man's Sky. It's crazy. They added like so much.
I've seen things. A few things before.
They added like so much stuff today into this game. It's crazy.
Left the sun and moon behind.
These mechs look cool.
Galaxies waiting to be found.
Apparently they redid the combat system.
Planets.
Exobiology exploration. Sentinel lore.
Battles to be fought.
Heavy drone.
Treasures unknown.
Buildable AI mech. Improved AI. Neutron cannon.
A universe.
Summoner drone.
You would
Sentinel shield.
believe.
Active camo. Flamethrower. Stun grenades. New weapon. Yeah, it's just... That game just keeps getting crazier and crazier. All right, final trailer of the day. Earlier I mentioned that Baldur's Gate 3 had a big presentation, and so this is one of the videos from that presentation. They are activating a new class. Let's take a look.
A war has come to their land, breaking peace with the wilds. But now nature is returning with rage.
You know what's needed. The natural order must be protected. Subtlety will not be an option.
How shocking. Another barbarian with all brawn and no brains.
Someone come here and help me now!
And that's live right now for early access. Here real quick, I'm going to jump into the panel from hell that they did. And we can take a look at a few of the other things that they added. I know the big thing that they did is they completely redid the UI, and apparently everybody's absolutely loving it. Let me see if I can find...
To the mushrooms, just see what happens when you get close to the mushroom. Not too close. Yeah.
Okay,
What happens? So it just goes up. All right, and
Let's
then
see here.
okay, this is too close. You need to go away again.
Play nice.
Well, it is the Underdark.
Question or find another cranny.
By the way, I should mention here real quick, if there's anybody in chat who has not seen any of Baldur's Gate 3, they are doing some incredible work on this, and this has the potential to be one of the best RPGs ever made. Also, release date, they're saying next year.
To skulk in.
It is the Underdark, so
let me see here.
Be able to do a few cool tactical moves with that weapon.
Okay.
It's going to be up to 3 actions depending on how complicated and exotic the weapon is.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I can find a spot here.
From a wild weed common to the Underdark. There is an
Yeah, they like showed off stuff for like 2 hours.
and vocal lobby, but so are the proponents. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get next to this guy.
I think that guy went off the deep end.
He is he's a bit of he's really like. I mean,
You want to talk about a deep
home.
like conversation
Right, took him
system?
in as
This
a
game's gonna
refugee,
have
like
that.
the only survivor
100%
from
voice
this
acted too.
Icon circle that was killed, and then we helped him.
I mean, we can just leave your druid here, right?
What? Oh yeah, I need to resurrect. All right. These are going to cost us quite a lot of resurrection scrolls. This particular move. Do we actually have enough of them?
We have 3. It's okay.
All right. Okay.
Let's
well,
see.
it happens, right? So
Yeah.
it is still in development. Why am I? Sorry.
The thing is fixed in patch 6, by the way. We're just running on a different build.
That is correct. Yes.
The hard part is me trying to find the
so
spot that I
because-
want to find.
Oh man. All right. So what's my chances right
The
now?
roll system for
10-ish.
D&D looks really cool in
10-ish%.
this.
But we have
That's
3
fine.
inspiration points.
We do.
All right, chat. So here's the deal. Okay. So if this is going to give you the rune powered barrel,
You know what?
and
It's
I'm going to give
probably
you the revile that I stole. Okay.
That is a chromatic orb. So we're going to be shipping several new spells.
Yeah.
Chromatic orb is one of them.
Okay. This is Lar. So I'm going to be a sorcerer, a wild magic sorcerer, right? So I have a whole bunch of wild magic. So for those of you who already played early access, you know what a sussor tree does. It is a tree that basically generates flowers, and these flowers, they can take away the magic of somebody. Now, for 2 sorcerers, this obviously is not a very good idea. So we're going to stay well away from the tree. No, that would be tempting. That would be the end of the stream.
Getting
Right.
greedy.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find that spot or not.
Completely covered. All right. So, where's the way down here?
You got one. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That one.
All right. Okay. So we are seeing something here. So let me just pick like this bow here. Let me take this one. Oh, I'll take the bow. Okay. So explain. What are we seeing?
So in patch,
Edward,
fighter will love
all right.
it.
Edward the
Love
fighter. I think he's French. All right, so I can go through all of these, or I can just be really smart and instantly try to heal this girl. So let's try that. All right.
Takuro.
That didn't work.
Good try, though.
Yeah, it is actually, but the poison seems to be like harder. Rare poison has sickened the victim. However,
Wait a minute.
I foresaw this, you see? Because...
Oh, you know what, chat? Oh, wait, did they... Hold on a second. You know what? Let me look at something here real fast. What's that link, JT? Oh, no, that's the video that we just watched, I think. Not the droid I'm looking for. We do one more quick look. If I can't find it, then we'll move on. Whoa. Okay. Okay. This, I think, is what I'm actually looking for.
You notice the raft that I had there? That's new too, right? So let me just show that out. That's part of those new items that we're talking about. So I have a cap of raft. No, that's the one that give... Yeah, that's it. The cap of raft So whenever I get damaged, I'm going to gain Wrath, and Wrath basically is going to give me a +1 bonus to melee damage. That means that I'm going to be doing more damage.
Quality
right
on this
now.
is not going to be as good as what we were just watching.
Let's see. I'm going to...
Been just so much fun in early access. But you also get a special attack that allows you to attack up to 3 enemies in front of you, which is really powerful, especially if they're low HP enemies.
And they bleed.
And they bleed. Okay.
And they bleed, yeah.
Great,
you do half the damage and they bleed, so pretty powerful.
And last but not least is the Wolf Heart.
We'll watch from here for a second.
And
the only thing missing is the frame rate on the screen.
The Wolf Heart might not be as flashy, but
the character creator in this is also going to be potentially one of the best character creators I've ever seen.
So correct. Probably one of the most powerful. That's a very, very powerful feature to have. And you also get the Inciting Howl, which is, I believe, a wolf companion's ability as well, and that will increase your party's movement speed.
Yeah,
the
correct.
entire party that's close.
3 meters. Yeah, 25% essentially.
Yep. So what did what are
I don't know.
people
Let's see what
it was. It was the wolf.
Ah, well, the chat is completely misguided. They picked the wolf.
We could have guessed that.
I could have guessed that one.
It was easy.
Okay, the wolf it is. And you guys, you can actually change the piercings even if you're playing, right?
You could have the eagle piercings.
Or you can do none, too.
I mean, like, but you probably want the wolf piercings. All right, okay. I'm going to level up too. So I'm going to pick the Berserker class. Berserker is my actual
Let's skip
favorite.
ahead here a little bit.
And the reason is that... But they did really, really well. And I haven't finished yet. There's more coming.
Cool.
All right, so this is what the hotbar used to look like. So notice the very low framework. Framework. And so here you would see that I had 1d12 lighting. And you see that the tooltips are quite convoluted. Now, if you go back to current game, all right, you see that if you go to a tooltip, sorry, my frame rate is so low now, that it's a lot more concise. You see my 3 to 8 damage, so it's translated for me. But the game still shows you your D&D notation. So you see you have 1d12 plus 5 divided by 2, or /2. And then that's slash and damage. But this is the thing that people that don't know D&D will be able to read now.
Definitely.
And then the way that everything's laid out also is a lot cleaner. So you have a much, much better overview.
Yeah, that new bar at the bottom just looks so much better.
Easy on the eye. Less tiring also. I'm going to sound like a an old car salesman. So I'm sorry about that.
That's why I'm here, to level things out.
All right. Okay. All right. So, so we have the new tooltips that are present. Then we have also, when we go back to the previous version of the stream, of the patch, sorry. If you look at your character sheet, you see all of these things are on one screen. They take up your entire screen, and you can see your equipment, your inventory, your spellbook, and your character sheet. But if you now go back to the new game, and you look at your character sheet, it's much smaller.
That's much
it's
better.
Also movable, so you can move it around on the screen.
So it doesn't take up
That
the whole
allows you
screen.
Actually, to interact between the world and the environment. So that's something that you couldn't do in the past. It was quite a pain in the butt. Now it is a lot easier to do. And this thing actually comes with a whole bunch of benefits. The thing I forgot to show here in the previous version are these tabs that you have at the bottom. So you can now organize all of your actions or your items just by these simple tabs. You can
That's
customize
very
it also
nice.
if you want. And if I take, for instance, my wizard, if I click on Gael's level 1 spell slots, you're going to see all of his level 1 spell slots. If I click on the level 2 spell slots, you'll see all of his
It's a
level
lot
2 spell
easier
slots.
just to
Click on bonus
read
actions,
instead
you
of
see
having just
only the bonus
everything
actions,
together.
see only the actions,
Then you have your
and so
action and
forth.
your bonus
So that's a lot
action as
easier,
well.
And this concept of filtering has been taken into the actual UI also. So for instance, if I would click on my proficiencies here, then I will, well, Gael doesn't have any proficiency in weapons. Let's take my barbarian. If I click on my proficiency,
JT says other studios will be judging or judged by this game.
You're
Yeah.
going to see the armors that I can equip across my party. And this is a really cool thing, if you're, for instance, looking for a strength potion, you just type ST, for instance. You see everything that has ST in there. Potion of Hill Giant Strength instantly found.
That's going to make a lot of people happy.
It really makes a big difference. If I click here, then I can see all of my spells with which I can then customize my bar if I want to.
So you no longer have to know the difference between simple and martial weapons anymore.
No, because you can just click on it. Right here, you have simple weapons here, and you got your martial
That's
weapons
great.
on the right side here. And then here on this side, you have your features, right? So you can basically just see all of the features in one go that are specific to your particular character, all right? Now, that's not all, okay? So I'm going to go back to the older game. If I wanted to see the equipment of my entire party, I would have these panes next to one another where I would see the equipment. If I wanted to see their inventory, I would have these panes with the inventory next to one another. If I have the character panels, I have the character panels next to one another, and so forth. Now, in the new game, so let me finish the old game first. All right. In patch 7, when I click on my party panel, I see for the party that I control right away inventory and equipment all at the same time, and I can customize any of these panels separately. So you have a much better overview of what your party is capable of doing, and your party management is a lot faster. You have the filters, so for instance, if I do my healing potion here, I'm going to find instantly in the party who has healing potions, what their
That's really
distribution is
cool.
going to be. I can check all their spell books, can check their character sheets, can check all of their features. So all of that goodness is available. But you have a really much better way of seeing like, okay, well, you know what? This particular, well, I don't have any right now. This particular staff should belong better on, for instance, Lar, if I look at his stats or at his features. I also have this button, which is quite handy if you want to clean up your inventory and you want to say, I want to
so a lot less clicks overall.
Exactly, yes, correctly. All right, so.
Can I interrupt you real fast?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I want to know who gave my barbarian 15 strength in character creation.
I think it's Nick.
Okay, all right, we'll have a chat after.
I think it's Nick. Do you have any reason why you did that?
No reason at all.
Got to go strength and con on a barbarian.
Okay, let's get into a bigger combat and try our classes out. We're backed by a wizard, which is Gale. And then we also have a druid. So Nick, if you can join us as the druid, that would be cool.
Yeah, can Disney ask Larian to make a Star Wars RPG? Wouldn't that be cool if they did that after Baldur's Gate 3?
Party members right away.
That'd be incredible.
It seems to be not working.
But anyway, chat, we'll wrap up our segment right there for gaming news and trailers. For those who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.